If I could give a piece of advice to a younger version of myself, I'd have to say try and keep your nose clean, try and stay out of trouble with the authorities, because it can certainly cause problems to your health. I don't know, I struggle to even describe myself to myself at times. It's certainly a complex character, as surmise everybody is, but I just wear my truths, my flaws on my sleeve, and I'm quite happy to be imperfect in a world which strives or tells you that you have to be perfect. The reason I wanted to write this book, aside from the huge lump Simon Schuster were giving everybody, no, the reason I wanted to write this book was I just felt it was a story that kind of had to be told, certainly from my own personal side of things, just to put an element of closure on what has been quite a turbulent, part of my life, from 0 to 30. It's been a little bit of a roller coaster ride, and I felt it was important to kind of try to explain that, to give people a better idea of that, certainly close it down for, at some stage my kids are going to want to know who the father was and what he did. And at this moment in time, there's a lot of conjecture out there about me, and I felt it was important to put it into my own words and trying to explain it the best I possibly could. And that doesn't always paint me in a favourable light, but I felt it was important to not allow the media spin to just live out there, and that the truth was there in some form. The 5 words to best describe the book: raw, honest, from the heart. Probably have used 2 up there, so I've only got 1 left. And emotional. It's an emotional journey of life, and the book is a reflection of that. It's not an extension of a PR campaign. It's me, kind of laying my soul bare in many different ways to try and make sense of what happened, and also to help me, explain to everybody why it happened and how it can easily happen to a lot of us, and also how you can come out of it and change your future if you really, really want to. Be very, very mindful for all the glitz and glamour that you see. It's a very difficult profession. It's a profession that doesn't really allow you to develop an emotional intelligence of any form, because emotions and emotional vulnerability can lead to people abusing that, and also people taking advantage of that in a professional way. It's a game where people are actively encouraged to, tone down their emotions, certainly when it comes to players, to become bland, to become boring, and I can understand why they do that. It's a survival mechanism, and you've got to be very, very thick-skinned to be able to deal with, from one week being the best thing since sliced bread, and then the next week you're the worst player that's ever played the game. To exist in such a fragile ecosystem as that, you've got to have a real mental toughness. And if you want to be a young kid and make the grade, I would test for mental toughness before a test for technical ability every day of the week.